ready, for the train is coming. Don't need no baggage, just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Welcome, viewing audience and listening audience, to the People Get Ready podcast with the legendary political guru, Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr. from Bibb's Record Shop. We will begin our podcast this evening with two famous quotes from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And the first one is, there comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politics nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. The second one, it may well be that we will have to repent in this generation, not merely for the neurotic words and the violent actions of the bad people, but for the appalling silence and indifference of the good people who sit around and say, wait on time. We know that those words are relevant for today because we know we have leaders, politicians who are sitting around and not actually participating in things that we need them to participate in, such as the closing of St. Vincent Charity Hospital and also the Liza Bryant closing nursing home. We need our civic leaders and our politicians to come out and stand up and say a word for our community. Also, we want to we have another quote from William Bell Clay, and the Congressman William Bell Clay from St. Louis stated, "No permanent friends, no permanent enemies. All we have is permanent interests. All we have is permanent interests." I know you've been saying to yourself, and in 2023, I want an opportunity to start a business. I want to get my business off the ground. Now is the opportunity for you. You don't have to wait any longer. We have business. We have Bibb Business Opportunity Mall grand opening. Let me say it again. Bibb Business Opportunity Mall grand opening. You can start with Snap Delivered. Snap Delivered has added some feature elements to its program. One is the Employee Retention Tax Credit Program. The second one is the ERC. That is, they have $1.9 trillion that is available. And this money is available to who? It's available to those who receive $26,000 per W-2 employee. And who has the opportunity to receive this money? If you have a business in the United States, you can get this money. Also, if you have a non-profit organization, you also qualify for a federal tax refund check. So take advantage of this opportunity. We also have a great opportunity waiting just for you with the brand new health and wellness products. It can start by My Daily Choice. This is the name of the product, My Daily Choice. The Amazon of MLM, health and wellness. Start with these are the products. Fuel X. If you need to get more mileage out of your gasoline, Fuel X is a product. Also, with Fuel, we also have cryptocurrency. You want to know what that is? We'll tell you what it is. And also, we have an opportunity for you to travel. For complete information, see the website, www.mydailychoice.com/CEBIBBSR. So you can go to that website and get more information. Grand opening luncheon, no charge, Saturday, January the 14th, 2023 at 2 p.m. at Channel Park, 17325 Euclid Avenue, London Road, Suite 2011, Cleveland. For further information, contact Charles E. Bibb Sr. and must RSVP to Candace Jones. Her number is 216-570-4738. Let me repeat that again. That's 216-570-4738. Call Mr. Charles E. Bibb's office at 216-681-1469 or his mobile phone at 216-659-4619. And we have a great show for you today. A fantastic show filled with a lot of great information. We have a lot of good guests today on our show, and we're going to begin our show with the man himself, the legendary political guru himself, Mr. Charles E. Bibbs, all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. Take it away, Mr. Bibbs.
All right, Reverend Ben Fair. Whoa, was that an introduction? We have the best of the best on this podcast. Thank you, Reverend Ben Fair. That was just awesome. And thank you for the rendition of People Get Ready. It gets better every week.
Yes, sir.
Our good friend Vivian L. Shaw has an awesome opportunity that's coming into the mall. Coming right into the mall.
All right.
And wasn't quite prepared to present it to you tonight, but she'll have it next week.
All right.
And it is so hot that I jumped right on that, Reverend.
All right.
Well, she got a hot company. I mean, it is hot.
Oh, it sounds great.
I told Vivian to sign me up right now.
Oh.
So next week, Vivian L. Shaw, if you're out there, we'll be looking forward to hearing from you next week. Tell us all about this new opportunity that you are the leader in the greater Cleveland area, and you signed me up this week to join you, and I'm looking forward to working with you next week. Thank you, Vivian L. Shaw. Very good, very good. All right. We'll tell you a little bit about Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. There was a recall for the councilwoman in Ward 7. But Reverend, they fell short. They did not have enough signatures. She will not be recalled. So that's the end of that chapter. They got an opportunity to get extra signatures. They got extra time to get extra signatures, and they failed a second time. So that's the end of this. She can go on about her business, doing her council business for the city of Cleveland and Ward 7. So that's Stephanie House is the councilwoman that'll be serving Ward 7 in Cleveland, the Old Hope area.
Congratulations to her.
Latest news. So, congratulations, councilwoman. All right. Ms. Candace, who do we have next?
Next in our lineup, Mr. Bibb, you're going to share some exciting information on two events that are coming up. First of all, the East Cleveland Community Day and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. event that's going to happen with the trip, but I don't want to steal your thunder, so you can share that information.
Okay. We will start off with two surprise announcements. Dr. Gwen Jarvis, we have a week that we have named Juneteenth Extravaganza Weekend. That's the new national holiday, Juneteenth. Except we're not going to do it one day, Miss Candace Jones. We're going to do it 3 days. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Saturday, we're going to kick it off in June 17th as East Cleveland Community Day. We will have a program at the East Cleveland Public Library. The doors will open at 1 o'clock. Program will start at 1:30 to 3:30. Following the awesome program will be refreshments served 3:30 to 4:30. So we're looking forward to that program. That's just going to be awesome. 3-day program that made us wait so long for Juneteenth as the national holiday. So we're going to do it for 3 days.
All right.
And each day we'll have something different. And that evening, Miss Sharon Pittman, are you on the line? Miss Sharon Pittman, are you on the line? Well, that evening, Miss Sharon Pittman and her organization and her events team will be presenting a Juneteenth contest. It's Juneteenth, that same day on the 17th. So I want to thank everybody for that. And we'll move that right along. And our next event, we'll be talking to you about that a little later, because I'm going to have Reverend Ben Fair. There's a lot going on in Congress.
Yes, sir.
There's a young man who they thought wouldn't get sworn in, Mr. George Santos. But he is now a United States Congressman on the payroll. But would you tell our listening and viewing audience what's going on in Washington, D.C. right now? Go right ahead,
All
Reverend
right.
Fair.
Right now with Mr. George Santos, the leaders of the Nassau County Republican Party on Wednesday, which is today, called for Representative George Santos, elected to represent New York's 3rd Congressional District in November, to resign from office over his lies to voters, fabrication about his personal life. And today, on behalf of the Nassau County Republicans Committee, I am calling for his immediate resignation. Chairman Joseph J. Coslow said at the news conference on Long Island. He was joined by a slate of local party officials and remotely from Washington, D.C., Republicans Representative Anthony D. Esposito, who also called for Santos to step down. Carlos said the congressman's campaign was made up of deceit and lies and fabrication. He deceived the voters, Carlos said. His lies were not mere fabs. He disgraced the House of Representatives. He's not welcome here at the Republican headquarters. Moments after the news broke, Santos, who was in Washington at the time, refused to resign. I will not, he told reporters on Capitol Hill when asked if he will step down. He refused to answer additional questions as he went into the elevator. The top Republicans in the House, Speaker Kevin McCarthy, the Majority Leader, and Steve Callis, and Majority Whip Tom Emmer, did not answer questions from CNN about Santos and the Nassau County GOP calling for his resignation. More false claims from George Santos about his work, education, his family history emerges. A source close to the House GOP leader said calls from the county GOP will not have any bearing on their decision regarding Santos' political future. The source said Republican leaders are far more concerned of the facts of Santos' resignation would tee up a special election in Baton Rouge district, and Democrats who have a real shot of winning it make the House GOP razor-thin majority even slimmer, Santos flipped the seat in November. So it's a simple number game for leadership right now. How the source said. So the GOP right now, they are not in Washington. They are not want to Santos to resign because they're afraid that if he resigns, Mr. Bibbs, that the Democratic Party, which is in the 3rd district in New York City, will win the seat. So they don't want him to resign right now because they'll make the Republican seat in the House of Representatives a little thinner. So right now he's sitting in the seat.
Okay, so to make it clear, if he resigns, the governor can set a date for a new election.
Correct.
And the new election, the Democrats have a good chance of taking that seat.
Yes.
So they're GOP trying to hang on to Mr. Santos.
Yes.
So, Reverend, you won't be with us next week, but keep a report ready.
All right.
Because this is going to be an ongoing situation.
Yes, sir.
And they only have a 4-point margin, the Republicans,
Yes.
over the Democrats. So this is going to be a long, hard fight for the next 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for bringing us right up to date on that.
You're welcome, Mr.
All
Bibb.
right. Last week, Miss Candace Jones was taking care of some big business out of town.
Yes.
One of our big businesses in the mall.
Yes.
We have big moving businesses in the mall.
Yes, sir.
You have to earn your way into the mall. You just can't open up in this mall.
Right.
This is the Beechwood Mall of multi-level marketing.
All right.
And Ms. Candace, would you share with us to come to you, went down with, and all the new things that you learned? Thank you very kindly.
Thank you, Mr. Bibb, and good evening, all of the listeners or viewers that are watching the podcast. I had the privilege to travel to Dayton January the 5th through the 7th, and I went down there for you've all heard me talk about SNAP delivered over the past several months.
Yes.
Well, this past weekend, the 5th through the 7th, was a SNAP Partners Midwest Regional event. The Dayton group that had opened up Dayton with restaurants and the ERC program put on an event with the help of some of the Cleveland resources as well. So we met in Dayton, but that's not the best part of the whole event. The CEO of the company of SNAP Delivered came and was there and shared the whole weekend with us. So that was a privilege to have him there sharing the weekend with us. And he was, sitting around and talking just like we are, just like everybody else. So he doesn't feel that he's anybody big time. He's just an average person like we are. And he shared with the group. So Thursday was an event at a restaurant that is under SNAP Delivered, but they have sit-down eating also. We had an event there. It was a presentation of the business, and then the CEO, Paul Michael, spoke to the group as well. And he emphasized that he did not start SNAP Delivered. Him and his business partners didn't start SNAP Delivered to make money out of it. He started SNAP Delivered. They started SNAP Delivered because they wanted to help people. Going through the pandemic, there was a lot of businesses and people that were struggling.
Yes.
He wanted to be able to offer an opportunity that would give people a way to make extra money. And to join SNAP Delivered, it doesn't cost anything, but yet you can make money from all of the laterals that they're offering. So it started off as a food delivery service. And as you heard me mention over the past few months, SNAP Financial, which is the ERC Employee Retention Program, was added on as well. And the entertainment with that you can do streaming as well from the entertainment with Vidgo. But he also shared that that's not the the only thing that SNAP is going to be offering. There's going to be some other things that are going to be coming out to add more laterals. So for those of you that I have mentioned before about ERC, that is going to sunset on April 15th, 2025. That was part of the CARES Act, and that's what was stated in the CARES Act.
Right.
So SNAP partners are going to come up with some other SNAP financial programs that will fit into that as well. So I can't wait to hear what else is going to come out of it. And Mr. Bibb, I also want to share, as part of the SNAP Delivered, there's a conference coming up, January 20th through 22nd in Scottsdale, Arizona. The company is having a conference, and I will be traveling to Scottsdale, Arizona for that conference as well. And I will bring back information of any new things that will be announced there. And at our event in Dayton, the CEO mentioned that there will be some things that will be coming out of that will be launched from the convention. So I can't wait to hear that. So I look forward to that. And, the CEO is very personable person. He is very, funny and has a great personality. So for those of you that, get a chance to go to Scottsdale, if you can't go to Scottsdale, there will be streaming of the event as well. So that's available. If anybody is interested in hearing about the streaming or how you do that, you can give me a call, 216-570-4738. But I am excited to be a part of SNAP Partners and look forward to all the things that are going to be coming out.
Yeah,
Great.
sounds interesting.
That is awesome, Ms. Candace Jones. Anyone have any question you want to ask Ms. Candace Jones about SNAP delivery? While you're thinking about it, the ERC program, Ms. Candace Jones, I've noticed there are 3 different companies, Ms. Sharon Pittman,
Yes.
on TV begging people to come and get this $26,000. 3 different companies, being fair. This program, ERC, is real as it comes.
Yes.
And the last company got me real excited because they told me, say, it won't take you but 8 minutes. So be on the lookout for that program because we're going to find out what they know that we don't know. But it's the same money out the same United States Treasury.
Yes.
If you have employees, 5 or more, get in touch with us. Explain that part again about the ERC program, Ms. Candace.
So the ERC program came out of as part of the CARES Act in 2020. It came out the same time as the PPP loans came out. The difference with the PPP loans were administered through a bank, and you had to go through the bank to sign up for that. And at that time in 2020, a lot of businesses needed the money right then. So the banks were administering those, and it was an easier process to file for. In 2020, you could not apply for PPP and ERC, but that has changed. If you apply for PPP loans, you can also now apply for ERC tax credit. So that's, a lot of companies don't realize that, and they say, oh, I had PPP loans, but they don't realize things have changed. And as time goes on, the rules may change as far as with the IRS tax rules or the legal rules. So you need someone that is up to date on all of those changes with the tax laws and the legal changes. And the accounting firm that SNAP Delivered works with the ERC program, is on top of all those changes that are coming out. So, someone who has an accountant for their business may not be up to date on all of those different rules and changes as they go along, because for those of you who do maybe your own taxes or anything like that, the tax rules change from year to year. With the ERC program, they change within the year. So you want to make sure that you're handling with someone that is familiar and up to date on all those changes and is looking out to get as much of the tax credit as you can. And with SNAP Delivered, we are working with an accounting firm that does just that, works and gets as much of the tax credit as you can.
Thank you very kindly. Good job, good job. And we'll be looking for your report next week when you get back. we'll get it first on Wednesday, and then we'll work out something the following Saturday so we can have the general public come out and see what's going on. Thank you very kindly. Uh, Next on our program is Mr. Mike Seals in the house. Mr.
I'm
Mike
right here.
Seals.
I'm right here, Mr. Bibb. How are you?
Right. Mr. Mike Seals was on a Zoom call with labor leaders who represent the city of Cleveland, Reverend Ben Fair. And they are in discussion now with city of Cleveland about an upcoming contract. And I asked Mr. Mike Seals, since he's an active Cleveland Ward 7 ward leader, to bring us up to date on what happened at the Zoom call. Mr. Mike Seals, the floor is all yours.
Yes. As you stated, Mr. Bibb, on January the 5th, last Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Via Zoom, the Cuyahoga County Progressive Caucus, which is a political organization who advocate for progressive change, had a meeting last week to discuss the labor issues in the city of Cleveland. There's been ongoing negotiations since June, early June, between the city of Cleveland and the sanitation workers, the snowplow removers, and street. One of the issues is that it was hosted. The keynote speakers was Dan Chavez, the representatives from Teamsters Local 507, who represents the snowplow workers, and Bobby Mendel from Labor Local 860, who represent the sanitation workers. And they've been working in conjunction with each other to settle the contract between the city and the workers. And one of the issues that's at hand is that the city is offering a certain percentage in the contract, and they don't want to accept it because in past practice, the firemen, the police department, and the city workers usually get pretty much the same percentage on the union contracts. And this year they gave the EMS, police department, and some engineers in the water department an 11% raise over the next 3 years, and they're only offering the sanitation and the plow workers 3%. So it's been going on since June, and one of the issues basically is that they can't get the administration to come to the table. And when I say administration, the mayor and a lot of the city council members, what has happened is every time that they, according to Mr. Mendel, every time that they attempted to get with the administrative staff, they defer them to a negotiation team, which is they're not bargaining in good faith with the union. So that was basically the topic of the meeting, which is, for those of us who live in the city of Cleveland, is very, very detrimental, because if they go on strike, it means that our trash won't be picked up, our streets may not be plowed, there may not be any repairs in regards to potholes and water mains. So this is a very interesting topic. I talked with Mr. Mandel today, and they are waiting for a fact finder report on the city before they move forward with whether they should strike or they're going to strike or go back to the bargaining table.
Okay, Mr. Seals, one of those of the sanitary workers?
Yes, sanitary workers, snow plow, truck drivers, and that's pretty much it. And when you say that, Mr. Bibb, you're talking about sanitary workers. It covers custodians, trash removers, So it can be quite catastrophic for the residents in in the city of Cleveland.
And give us those union numbers and titles again.
Bobby Mandel, who is a representative of Laborer Local 860, which is the sanitation workers, and Dan Chavez, who represents representative, from Teamsters Local 507, and they're working in conjunction to settle a contract with the city.
Thank you, Ward Leader Mike Seals, City of Cleveland, Ward 7, and you'll keep us up to date, and we'll be in touch with you when you can bring us up at the latest information. Anyone
Absolutely.
have any questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Seals. We'll be hearing from you later in the program on
All right.
another issue.
Bibb.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Very good. This coming weekend is going to be a big, big weekend. This is the big one, Reverend.
Yes, sir.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. We're going to have some awesome events. In fact, the event that we used to have in East Cleveland for this weekend, we merged with the United Pastors in Mission
Yes.
because President Macon asked us all to come together, join them, and Ms. Sharon Penman will share with us what we'll be doing on the 16th.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bibb. Hello, listening and viewing audience, and everyone, hello. I am here to let you know that the United Pastors of Mission will be sponsoring a day of emancipation on Monday, January 16th, 2023. This emancipation worship is asking for all clergy and ministers to start off 2023 in unity. They will have speaking Dr. Macon, Reverend Anthony Small, Dr. McMickle, Reverend Larry Harris, Dr. Rebecca Stitt, Bishop Medina, Bishop Mirabal. They'll also have praise dancers and a choir to perform as well, Mr. Bibb. This will be held at the Mount Zion Oakwood Village, located at 1 Mount Zion Circle in Oakwood Village, and that zip code is 44146.
Are you sure about that location? That location?
I do stand in correction. That location actually will be at Mount Sinai Friendship, located at 7510 Woodland Avenue in Cleveland. And that will be at 12 noon on that Monday, January 16th.
Let me help you a minute. See, Reverend, you know that's where we usually meet in Oakwood. But for Martin Luther King, Oakwood is too small.
Yes.
That's why they had to come to the big mother city, the
Understand.
great city of Cleveland.
I understand
Too
that,
small
yes.
for Oakwood. That's why you made that error, but wanted to know. Repeat it again. What will it be?
It will be the United Pastors in Mission Day of Emancipation on Monday, January 16th, 2023 at 12 noon, located at Mount Sinai Friendship, 7510 Woodland Avenue in Cleveland.
Thank you very kindly.
You're welcome, Mr. Bibb.
And the invite went out to the whole community. And there's a lot of ministerial groups and a lot of individuals who celebrate Martin Luther King. This will be the first time they come on one umbrella on Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes.
And I'm anxious to be there. In fact, Reverend Ben Fair and I was talking earlier on the way over here. We're going to get there early.
Yes.
We want to see them as they come in because something real nice should come out of this.
I agree, Mr.
Right,
Bibb.
right.
Yes.
Anyone else any questions, anything about it? Okay, we'll keep moving right along. That takes care of Martin Luther King. Now we're going to Detroit, Michigan. Talking about business opportunities. We got a business opportunity coming out of Detroit, through Detroit,
Yeah.
coming out of Atlanta, Georgia, to Robert Dean, and through Detroit, Michigan, taking care of the Midwest. Mr. James Panicles, are you in the house?
Yes, I am. How are you doing, Bill?
Just doing just great, Mr. Panicles. Everything's shaping up over here in Cleveland, Ohio. How things in Detroit?
Oh man, they hot. They're hot. Man, I'm in my car. Hey, I apologize. I'm in my car right now. I would have my camera on, but I'm in my car because I just got a shipment in of something that is the hottest thing that's going right now, firing up our city. You know, with our company, My Daily Choice, we have something called Fuel Factor X, and it is lighting this city on fire. Because at the gas pumps, I just noticed gas went up over 40 cents since Christmas. And because gas is going up, people need something that is going to relieve them at the pump, get them more gas mileage, save their engines, all those things. So we got something called Fuel Factor X. You put it in your gas tank. It's just a little bit, just like a little, like a quarter ounce. You put it in your gas tank every time you fill up, and it extends the life of your engine. It gets you more miles per gallon, so it saves you money. And, in these times, that's what we need. I just put it in my Mercedes, truck, and guess what? It gave me more horsepower. My truck is now zipping around even more. My engine is purring. And while I was filling up at Sam's Club, I was doing a video, and two young ladies came over, asked me what it was, and I just happened to have two of the sample packs, and they bought them right from me right then and there. I mean, it is amazing what's going on right here. So I'm going to tell you, we got the hottest opportunity right now. My Daily Choice is a company been around for 7 years. We got this Fuel Factor X. We call ourselves the Amazon of the MLM industry because we are the house of brands. We got a lot of different things. We got one of the highest quality CBD lines. We have prepaid travel. We actually have a cryptocurrency program that is one of the top rated cryptocurrency programs that people can learn from and actually learn the cryptocurrency industry. We actually have a weight loss spray that you spray under your tongue 6 sprays, and you could drop weight without even working out. We got a drink that people are losing 1 to 2 pounds a day. Just you mix it with water. It's not a protein shake. I mean, we got some very great things. But guess what, Mr. Bibb? Guess how much it costs to get involved with us? It is free to get involved with our company.
Would you spell that, please?
Capital F, capital R, capital E, capital E. Free.
Oh, I didn't want Reverend Business fan to miss that. Free.
Guess what? If I was a basketball player and I was standing behind the 3-point line, I would shoot it and I would say, I'm going for free. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Go right ahead. Thank you.
But guess what, Mr. Bibb? This coming Saturday, Mr. Robert Dean, the $60 million man, he is going to be laying out all of our program and telling everybody how they can bring an infusion of cash with our company and partnering up with you, Mr. Bibb, and show that My Daily Choice will help become an economic relief for everybody in Cleveland. So if you want more information, get with Mr. Bibb. He's about to give you some information on that. and you can make my daily choice the way that Cleveland is going to change everybody's lives. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Panicus. We're going to tie this right in with Martin Luther King week. Since it starts off at the beginning of the week, we'll finish it up on Saturday. Bibb video podcast, people get ready. We'll be having a free luncheon on Saturday. So we will be eating lunch on Saturday and watching Robert Dean work in Atlanta, Georgia on the Zoom. What time does the Zoom start?
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Miss Sharon Penman,
Yes, sir.
what time does it start?
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So, Miss Candace, that means we'll have to have lunch rolling before 3, so we don't want any interference. All right, so we'll have lunch and watch Robert Dean do his thing like he's been doing for years. He's the king of master level marketing. And Mr. James Panicus, would you do us a favor? After Robert Dean speaks to the country, would you be available for our greater Cleveland audience to give any questions and get our people signed up and get in on this rush?
Most definitely. You know I will. I love Cleveland. I will do everything
All right.
I can to help you.
Very good. And you got other team members other than our team. Tell them they're quite welcome. All they have to do is call Miss Candace Jones and let them know RSVP. Miss Candace Jones, would you give your number again, please?
My phone number is 216-570-4738, and you can call or text. If you text, just leave your name and whether you will be attending and how many will be in your company.
And that's for you, Mr. James Panicus, with Detroit and Cleveland working together. Any of your members in the greater Cleveland area, you can share the number with them and tell them lunch is on us. All right?
All right.
Thank you very
Right.
kindly, and we'll see you next week.
See you at
Thank
the
you.
top.
All right, at the top. All right, very good, very good. Mr. Mike Seals.
I'm right here, Mr. Bibb.
All right, you are all over Greater Cleveland. And Ms. Gwen Jarvis, I wanted you to know that. Mr. Mike Seals, the great ward leader from Ward 7, Cleveland, Ohio. We were together on Sunday
Yes, sir.
with one of the events coming on this month. And Reverend Ben Farrell was going to be there, but he had family things he had to take care of out of town. So, Mr. Seals, would you share with them the name of the organization, everything you know about where we were Sunday?
Well, the name of the organization, according, is Black Political Power. And the question was, where is it? And hosted by Mr. Jerry Prim, who could not be in attendance at the first meeting because he was out of town. But it was pretty interesting meeting. The meeting, as it said, where is the political Black power? And they discussed the discussion was around how do we collect our political Black power that we've lost over the years. And the discussion kind of generated around, voter education, and by that, I mean, we talked about knowing your political leaders, your state senators, your city council, your county council, etc. And they also talked about how we should implement more civic education in our public school systems, and just general literacy when it comes to the political process. We talked about that we should have the political voting conversation all year round rather than just at election time. And they also touched on speaking through social media to engage the younger people about politics, and working in predominantly Black communities where the voter turnout is low, and specifically, just engaging the low turnout areas in the political process. And so it was the first meeting, and it went very well. There was some conversations. Those are some points that I think are relevant to, regaining our political power. Did you want to add something to that, Mr. Bibb?
Yes, I was sitting between you and Ernie Harris, and glad to be there. And I was excited because young people, for me, when they were young, Miss Gwen Jones, they were between 40 and 50. That's tenderonis.
Well,
And
we
they
had some
excited,
30
and
year olds. We had some 30-year-olds in the crowd.
I thought I was talking. You asked me, did I have anything to add, didn't you?
I'm sorry,
I
Mr.
still was
Bibb.
talking. Yeah. All
Well,
right. And I was excited about it. And I think they want to do things and share with the audience when is their next meeting.
they're meeting on the the third
Second
Sunday,
Sunday every month.
second Sunday of every month,
Yeah.
3:00 at the Tech High. That's located at 6815 Euclid Avenue.
Now, now,
Between
since we had a difficult time getting in there, tell them how you get into that building.
what the building sits on 68th and Chester, between Chester and Huff. Between Chester and Euclid. The front of the building is Euclid, but the back of the building is Chester. So it's better to enter from Chester, 68th and Chester. And when you turn up 68th and Chester going south towards Euclid, the building sits in the middle of the street. You'll see it on the side of the building, 6815.
All right. Thank you very kindly. And them being fair, with your emergency out of town, Ward Leader Mike Seals did a great job of covering.
Great.
Thank you, Mike. We'll be talking to you soon.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Is Miss Joanne Holly in the house?
Miss Joanne
Is Miss-
Holly stays in the house.
All right. I love it. I love it. I just haven't seen you in so long. It won't be long now.
No,
Miss
it
Joanne
won't.
Holly, bring us up to date on the Joanne Holly Enterprises.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr., for having me. I appreciate your support and everything you've done through the years. I am who I am because partially of you and my training. And now I've gotten into the cryptocurrency, and I never thought in my lifetime that I would be in this industry or know anything about it because it involves so much money. But I promise you, as I stand here today, I am the cryptocurrency queen. And if there's anybody out there that needs to learn how to make money while they sleep, they need to talk to me. Because if you ain't making money while you sleep, you ain't making money. So I am thrilled about that. I'm thrilled about Candace and ERC, James Panagas with his products that he supported with Mr. Bibb. The whole team, you do a fabulous job. But I'm going to be having a luncheon myself sometime this month. And I want to invite the people, the key people who are really interested in having a six-figure income, because I have finally have the answers for you, and you don't have to worry about it, think about it. Just listen for a few minutes and it'll be on and popping. So again, happy holidays, happy new year, happy all those good things. You'll be hearing from me real soon. So if you want any information about the cryptocurrencies, when I tell you I'm signing up, people, call me, email me so that you can get on the list, because we're going to have a luncheon, and that's going to be HollywoodBodyMagic@gmail.com. Holly, HOLLYWOOD, HollywoodBodyMagic@gmail.com. I'll be looking forward to hearing you and get this thing rocking and rolling, moving and shaking. Thank you, Mr. Charles E. Bibb Sr.
You better give us that number again, because some of us write kind of slow. Yeah.
That's Hollywood. HOLLYWOOD. Hollywood Body Magic at gmail.com, where we're moving and shaking, looking and waiting.
All right, thank you. And I'll be talking to you later this evening, because we have to bring you up to date. We got an ambitious agenda for 2023, and you know we need you in everything that we do.
Amen.
All right. Talk to you later now.
Talk to you
All
later.
right, good night.
What's next?
Night.
All right, very good. Reverend Ben Fair
Yes, sir.
with Miss Tammy. Are you in the house, Miss Tammy?
Yes, I am.
Have you talked to Miss Sharon Pittman lately?
Yes, I am.
Miss Sharon Pittman?
Yes, Mr. Bibb.
Did you share with us what we talked about? All right, go right ahead, Miss Tammy. Go right ahead.
Okay, hi everybody. Happy New Year, Mr. Bibb, and everyone in the podcast. I'm here today to tell you guys about a free hygiene and sanitation supply. A drive-through distribution is happening this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Union Miles Development Corporation parking lot. So this will be like the ones that I've done over here, like in Glenville and in Euclid, where you just drive your car through the parking lot and they'll put your supplies in your car. So that's this Saturday. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. The address at 131st and Miles is 4127 East 131st and Miles. And this is being done by JB Lunch and Literacy and the Union Miles Development Corporation.
Okay.
So this is for everybody.
Okay.
Just drive in. You don't have to get out your car. And the volunteers will be there putting the supplies in your car. So that's this Saturday, 9 a.m. And it's over when it's over, it's over. So you need to get there early.
That is awesome.
Yes. We want we want to do this all over the city, Mr. Bibb, but we'll see.
We got more than one city in this county.
Absolutely. We
But
want
when you
to
say
we
you
can
wanna
handle
do
the
all
whole county, Mr.
Let me
Bibb.
speak. When you say you want to do it all over the city, I come from East Cleveland. It's not in the city of Cleveland.
Well, I've done them
It's
in
the
East
blackest
Cleveland.
city in the United States, 98% black.
I understand.
And we need everything that you have.
Well, I'm going to say this,
Now,
Mr.
let me-
Bibb.
let me
Okay,
speak.
go
I'm
ahead.
speaking. So I want you to get with me as soon as you can, and Dr. Ben Fair, who's chairman of that committee. See, when can
Okay.
we set up a date for poor East Cleveland?
Okay. I think all of Cleveland is kind of poor, but
No, we're not. See, you
I mean,
talking
I'm
about
saying Cleveland, but
Cleveland
I
is the
include
number
East
one
Cleveland.
poor city in the United States.
Okay.
We're not talking about the poorest city in the United States. We're talking about the poorest black city.
Okay.
98% in the state of Ohio.
Right. I would
Don't
love
get it
to.
mixed up with Cleveland. Cleveland's 45% black.
Oh, that's
You
all.
didn't know that.
No, I thought it was 51
No,
or
you
2.
don't. You
Okay.
see them big tall buildings going up in University Circle?
Yes.
Your friend's not moving in. See them big tall,
No, I don't
tall
think I
buildings
know
going up
anybody.
downtown?
Uh-huh.
None of your friends moving in.
Probably not.
No,
Mr.
no, they're
Bibb.
not moving in. We got to count. That's what we do.
Okay.
We look out for African Americans. And when you
Okay.
don't look out for African Americans, you have a problem with me.
Well, I'm looking out
No,
for
no, no,
everybody.
no, I'm talking-
I'm looking out for everybody.
No, I said-
African Americans,
I said-
Hispanics,
No, you
poor
talk-
white
now
people.
listen to me.
Everybody.
Listen, you looking
But
for you
I'm
looking
black,
out for
so
everybody.
you know I'm looking out for black people, Mr. Bibb.
You looking out for everybody.
That's
I'm,
right.
I'm looking out for descendants of the slaves.
Okay.
So you take care of the slave owners, and I'll take care of the slaves who was the slave folks.
Okay.
So we can work together.
Absolutely.
All right, all right.
I tried
But
to
my
go
job
to
is-
East Cleveland.
No.
I'm
Yes,
just letting
yes,
you
yes.
know. I talked to the mayor of East Cleveland,
No.
but he didn't get back with
No,
me.
no,
So
I'm
if you
not-
don't call me back, I
ain't saying
can't help
nothing about
you.
no mayor.
I wanna
Mayors
help you,
go and
Mr.
come.
Bibb.
Mayors go and come, but
That's
the city
right.
don't change.
Right, and I
So
want to
don't-
help
don't
you,
talk
and
to
you
me
know
about the
that.
mayor. I don't want to talk about elected officials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just want to talk about you and I and the supply for the poor people.
Okay. That's the
It don't have
supplies are
nothing to do
for.
with the mayor.
Okay.
It's you and I and the poor people in these people.
Right.
You don't have to go no further.
Okay.
So it'll be a meeting next week with you, Reverend Fair, and me.
Y'all can call me. I got a lot going on right now.
You always had a lot of
No,
going. I ain't
not like
never
I do
seen-
right now, Mr.
I
Bibb,
ain't
but I'm
never seen-
available for you and Reverend Fair. I want you to
never
know
seen
that.
you when you didn't have a lot going on.
Time is running out.
Well,
much
that's all
time
that's
we-
going
give
on
us-
this
how much
Saturday,
time we
Mr.
got?
Bibb.
6 minutes.
Hold on.
6 minutes.
No, you do not
time we
need
got?
to live
6
in
minutes.
Cleveland to get the supplies on Saturday. That's for everybody, Dr. Jarvis. The free hygiene distribution on this Saturday is for everybody. It's on East 131st and Miles. It starts at 9 a.m. All you got to do is pull in, and they're going to put the supplies in your car. You know, like we did in East Cleveland, like we do, like I've been in Glenville and Euclid, that kind of drive-through distribution. This Saturday, January 14th.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, Mr. Bibb.
All right. Reverend Ben Fair will be calling you for our appointment.
Okay.
All right. Miss Sharon Penman,
Yes, sir.
tell us what's going to be happening at Seventh Center this weekend, would you?
Yes, Mr. Bibb, I have the pleasure of actually singing with the chorus for the 43rd annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration Concert, which, as you said, will be held at Severance Hall, and it starts at 7 p.m. This is a free concert. The tickets were distributed this past Saturday, first come, first serve. I do want to let everyone who is listening know if you were not able to get a ticket, do still come if you'd like, because I've been told by the staff that they haven't turned anyone away in previous years. A lot of times people get tickets, reserve tickets, and don't show. So if you want to come and be in the house at Severance Hall on Sunday, you have to be there. You can come there and they'll have a seat available for you. However, if you don't want to take that chance, it will be broadcast on the radio on WCLV. I think that's 90.1 or something. You have to check your radio dial, as well as WKCLV. That's Kent State's radio station. It also will be simulcast on Idea Stream. So you have several options to watch this concert or listen to this concert on Sunday, and that will be starting at 7 p.m. Mr. Bibb?
All right, very good. Is there a charge for parking?
There is no charge for parking.
You hear that, Reverend Fair?
Yeah.
Free concert and free parking.
Free concert and
Now,
free
I like
parking.
that.
Yes, I know.
I like that.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very good. And give us that date again.
On Sunday, January the 15th, the concert starts at 7 p.m.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. Dr. Jarvis, did you have anything you want to share with us?
No, not at this time, sir.
All right, well, very good. And we want to thank you for what you did and to have us something for next week,
Yes, sir.
because we have to have something from you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll do a little national politics and share with our listening audience what happened last week with the Speaker of the House. As you know, elections have consequences. Ms. Tammy Kennedy, elections have consequences. And the Democrats lost the election in the House.
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
But enough Democrats didn't get elected to keep her as the Speaker.
Exactly.
So the House is no longer led by Democrats. It's led now by Republicans. It's going to be very difficult. 2 years.
Yes, it is.
They start cutting already. And the process to elect the chairman, the speaker of the House, is very difficult. It took 15 votes, different votes, 3 days,
Wow.
Miss Candace Jones, to get a Speaker of the House. Because they only beat us by 4 votes. So a lot of Republicans wanted choice committees, and they told a potential speaker, if you give me this committee, I'll vote for you. Then he'd get a few more votes, and the next day he'd get a few. One time we thought we was gonna do a vote, then it recessed for the whole night. And then everybody went home, they come back the next day, and they still get enough. So on the third day, they gave one young man the last thing he wanted. All right. And that's how we got Speaker McCarthy, who will be the speaker. But in that new piece they got,
Yes.
it says they can vote for speaker anytime they get ready. Just take one person to make the motion. So that's going to be hard. 435 body, and it only take one person to make a motion that we need a new speaker. Okay. We'll see you next week.